Demonstrators were on the march from coast to coast today at rallies in Washington, D.C. and Fountain Valley, California. Crowds applauded President Trump's decision this week to pull out of the Paris Climate Accord. Anti-Trump protesters took to the streets in New York and Denver, raising their voices for tougher investigations into Team Trump's relations with Russia. This all comes days before fired FBI Director James Comey is scheduled to testify on Capitol Hill. Paula Reid is at the White House.
Our first foreign trip was full of historic and unprecedented achievements.
In his weekly address, President Trump said he looks forward to working with other world leaders following his first trip overseas.
Joined by many old and new friends, we have paved the way for the new era of cooperation.
But just days after returning to the U.S., he angered many world leaders by withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
In Europe, the president's decision was met with shock and dismay. The president did receive some support at home. On Saturday, a group of supporters rallied outside the White House to express thanks for making good on a campaign promise. The president has another potentially controversial decision to make this week, whether to block former FBI Director James Comey from testifying before the Senate on Thursday.
I don't think there is a legitimate claim of executive privilege here.
Congressman Adam Schiff says he wants to hear Comey testify about any attempt to interfere with the Russia investigation.
I think the whole country needs to know, was the president putting pressure on the director of the FBI to drop any part of the Russia investigation?
But Senator Lindsey Graham says he worries the Comey hearing could turn into a hit job on the president.
Here's what I worry about, that he'll just focus on his conversation with the president and not answer any other questions because of the investigation. That would be a hit job on President Trump.
The president has the right to invoke his executive privilege to keep certain conversations private. But legal experts say he may have undermined his case by tweeting about those conversations. Rena, our sources tell us that the former FBI director has received no indication that the president intends to block his testimony.
Thanks, Paula.